Hello everyone, welcome back to Streed's Guide to Fraggle Rock, and today I'm reviewing Season 2, Episode 15, Manny's Land of Carpets. This episode starts out with Doc announcing that he's invented a brand new radio that enables him to pick up signals from across the world.
I think I hear a foreign language.
Hey, friends and neighbors, it's Gala Super Save Weekend down here at Manny's Land of Carpets. All the rugs you can carry for $27.99. Manny's Land of Carpets will not be undersold.
That's the local radio station down the road. It must be blocking the signals from the other side of the world. Ned Schimmelfinny said this would happen.
After Doc leaves, the radio begins to spook Sprocket and he tosses it into the Fraggle hole, where Gobo immediately finds it. Meanwhile, Boober and Wimbley are enjoying some soothing laundry time in a profoundly wholesome scene.
You know, sometimes I can see a face in the fold of that sheet.
Faces in the sheets? I see them all the time.
Wow.
It's all part of the magic and mystery of laundry watching.
Boy, this sure is neat.
Hey, you guys! I just saw something incredible! You gotta...
So did we! The cuff on this shirt dried before the collar.
And I saw faces in the folds of the sheets.
What are you talking about?
Boober's teaching me how to watch laundry dry, and it's really neat.
Grab a seat. The drama of drying has scarcely begun.
Wait a minute, I'm trying to tell you guys something very important.
Gobo tells the others about the mysterious black box he found, and Boober assumes Gobo's latest postcard has something to do with it. So Boober does what he seldom does, and reads a postcard from Gobo's Uncle Traveling Matt. Matt finds himself at a Christmas parade and meets a Santa impersonator, thinking he's a magical being called the wish-granting creature. Afterwards, Gobo's delighted by the thought of a wish-granting creature, asking Wimbley and Boober to help carry the radio back into the rock. Back in the workshop, Doc briefly returns and Sprocket takes out the radio, with Doc being furious that it still isn't working like intended, opting to go on a calming walk to clear his thoughts. As soon as Doc leaves, however, Sprocket tosses the radio back in, and the trio are naturally a bit skittish, especially Boober.
What is that noise?
Look at the beautiful red light.
Wimbley, don't stay back!
Oh, Boober, take it easy. This thing's a present from the wish-granting creature.
But what is it?
I don't know, but I'm gonna find out. Listen to that. It sounds like some kind of secret code.
Back in the rock, Gobo and Wimbley carry the box, while Boober's still worried about its enigmatic nature. The two get the others, and Gobo hears a voice emanating from the eerie monolithic box.
Manny's Land of Carpets is having an all-day extravaganza. Manny's got everything you want. Manny's got everything you need. Manny wants you.
Me?
Yes, you to get down here to Manny's Land of Carpets. Right now, your happiness is guaranteed at Manny's.
The others return, and Gobo remarks about his enlightening experience hearing the voice on the box. The others are impressed, while Boober requests they throw it down a crevasse. To be honest, I heavily relate to Boober here. I feel the exact same way about this thing. Anyways, the gang carries the box up to the Great Hall, and Gobo tells everyone of its power. He turns the knob again, and another voice appears. Fun fact, the announcer on the radio was actually performed by Jerry Nelson. Back in the workshop, Doc returns once more to fetch his coat, and Sprocket tries to reach for the missing radio. We return to the rock, and Boober's had enough of this Twilight Zone adjacent contraption, vocally voicing his discontent with having in the rock, while Gobo suggests he bugger off. Everyone's keen to head to the mysterious land of carpets, which leads into this groovy yet haunting song.
Follow the road. Follow the road. Into gifts and party favors. They got food in 4 flavors and a magic kind of gadget way to go. Follow the road. Follow the road. They got bridges you can hang on.
They got drums that you can bang on.
They got castles, they got candy.
They got dozer sticks and brandy.
They got ice cream cones with zippers.
Dixie diamond flippers.
They got moss that you can sink in.
And the brain that does your thinking all of it.
Follow the road. Follow the road. Follow the road. Follow the road.
There is so much to praise about this song. Firstly, it's obscenely catchy. Secondly, the camera angles make the radio look both omnipotent and menacing. You can tell this otherworldly, almost Orwellian-looking radio has successfully gained control over the Fraggles' minds. Thirdly, the song itself sounds like a gospel song or a song you'd hear to promote some brand new product that's supposedly seamless in its implementation. Out of the two songs in this episode, it's quite challenging to decide which one I like more than the other. Both are extremely resonant and superlative in their own distinct ways. Moving on, our favorite lovable dimp Large Marvin returns and fiddles with the radio, hearing another voice.
It's all you can eat day at Bubba's Burger Barn.
All you can eat.
So get on down. Hamburgers, bacon burgers, cheese and queen and king burgers.
Excuse me. Hey, what are you doing? Don't touch that.
The wish-granting creature invited me to Bubba's Burger Barn.
Bubba's what?
Burger Barn.
What's a burger barn?
Who cares? All I know is they give you all you can eat. Let's go.
You're talking crazy, Large Marvin.
What, you heard him, didn't you?
Why, yes, your Bubba Burger Barn. Yes, all you can eat.
All you can eat. Woo!
All you can eat.
Gobbo lays down the law and tells everyone to fuck off his box, but Marvin stays firm in wanting to go to Bubba's Burger Barn. Red agrees, and this results in a literal shouting match between Gobbo's side and Marvin's side. Being the only voice of reason, Boober tells everyone to stop this madness, lamenting that the box is brainwashing them all, when suddenly the box begins to tempt Boober by running an ad about laundry fit for a king. Boober's smitten with the silk voice Sally Spotless, and Gobbo calls him out for previously stating that outer space is full of nothing but germ-laden silly creatures. Another shouting match breaks out, and Gobbo begins to suspect that this little box is trying to divide them all. Unfortunately, no one heeds his concern, and Gobbo trudges off to think things through.
Something's wrong here. All those places can't be perfect.
Perfect.
I wish I knew which voice to believe. Believe. It's so beautiful here. I just can't imagine us all leaving. The truth is, I think we should stay here. All of a sudden, I knew which voice to listen to.
Gobbo returns to the Great Hall, and everyone's still throwing tantrums. He says no one should go anywhere, but unfortunately, still, no one listens. Gobbo gives up, and everyone begins to pack their things, leaving Gobbo alone to sing a mournful song about departing the rock.
Goodbye, and every eye is dry. Leaving, there's no grieving, just a rainbow in the sky. Goodbye. Time to say goodbye to our only home. Only place we've known like a glove. Every dream we dreamed happened here. Laughter and tears, moments and years that we love.
After that touching song, Gobbo and the rest decide to return the box from whence it came. We return to the workshop, and Doc finds out that Sprocket pushed the radio into the hole. Gobbo and Boober carry the box near the hole, and Sprocket grabs Gobbo, causing him to panic. Wait a minute, didn't you guys become friends 6 episodes ago? Whatever the case, Doc gets a hold of the radio, and the Fraggles flee, while Boober says an adorable goodbye to Sally Spotless.
I mean, what would people on the other side of the world think of us if they had to listen to this?
And orange carpets and pink carpets and purple carpets. Everything you want, everything you need. Get on down to Manny's Land of Carpets.
I bet they think we were pretty silly, eh, Sprocket?
Remember how I theorized that the Doozer contest's underlying message was about political division? Well, I feel the same way about this episode, only it's portrayed much better here. For the longest time, I never knew exactly what this episode was trying to convey. convey. But now, after all these years of seeing wackos from every political spectrum acting like complete and utter psychopaths, it's clear to me at least that this episode was definitely calling out politics itself. There's actually a surprising amount of evidence to support my theory. Voting is offhandedly mentioned in a scene, and Mookie starts reveling in the public debate, and everyone speaks of these places heard on the radio as promising something, much like politicians half-heartedly making promises to their voters just so they can rig or win an election. The former happened about 4 years ago. Anyways, this episode perfectly encapsulates the madness of politics and how it divides everyone. Friends turn against each other. Everyone bellows slogans, and the concepts of community, brotherhood, unity are relegated to mere obsolete notions. It's a big reason for why I don't even bother with picking a political party. As far as I'm concerned, liberals are fucked, conservatives are fucked, and libertarians aren't worth a fuck. Another aspect I really enjoyed about this episode is the eerie radio itself. A blogger named Trish Babbles described this entry as something akin to the Twilight Zone. There's something indescribably disquieting about this unassuming radio. The way it glows, the sheer pitch-black shiny palette of it just exudes a spectral atmosphere. To me, it's quite reminiscent of the unnerving monolith from 2001: A Space Odyssey. As for the songs, they're absolutely brilliant. Like I mentioned earlier, it's nearly impossible to pick which one I liked more than the other, so I'll just say I love them both equally. Overall, this was an evocative entry. The atmosphere is like no other, the message is both poignant and resonant, and finally, the writing is impeccable. I'm gonna proudly bestow this episode with a towering radish. Well guys, that was the review, and I will see you all in the season finale.